Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I know what a lot of you are going to be thinking, what happens now with Luna Classic? What happens with Luna 2.0? What's the current overall situation? How's this going to pan out? And really, how's it going to affect both blockchains? Now, what everybody needs to understand is both blockchains run on consensus. They run on a validating base. In order for these chains to shut down, become completely non-functional, every single validator would more or less need to shut down on both blockchains. So it does leave us in a position where I would say to you all, if you're wondering what's going to happen with Luna, I would say look at the current situation with LUNC and what we've gone through for the past 2 years of not having really any developers with a vision pushing this chain forward. Luna are now going to be in that boat. And what I would say is you're going to be watching this through the looking glass, and you're going to be looking at it from our viewpoint. And our viewpoint is we have just spent 2 years doing what these guys are about to start doing. And I honestly think it's just going to be chaos over on Luna. And I've got some evidence. I've got a lot of different people that are reaching out to me. I've got a lot of people from Luna reaching out to me, which is very interesting, and kind of asking what my opinion is on this, which is why I thought this video was quite important to do. But the overall situation is it's not good for Luna, and this is really good for Luna Classic. So let's get this tweet up from TFL themselves, basically announcing the verdict, saying that they're very disappointed with the verdict, which they do not believe is supported by evidence. And they will continue to maintain that the SEC does not have the legal authority to bring this case at all. And we are carefully weighing our options and next steps. They can appeal this. There are processes that they can take, but the outcome is more or less going to be the same, in my opinion, and you would just be preventing the inevitable future. Now, with all of this, right, where does this leave TFL? Well, this could leave TFL in a situation where they're not allowed to do anything related to crypto ever again. And what I've been saying here recently on the channel is with DK's extradition, people thinking he's going to be going to South Korea, then to the United States, then to South Korea, United States, and it will just keep back and forward because of the fact he's got access to money, he's got a treasure with him, as to which he can access a lot of his funds to keep appealing this case and more or less keep himself in perpetual motion for a long time. As long as he's got the funds, he'll be able to continue doing that. So like I was saying about the DK situation, let me just kind of tie a knot in this right now. The Supreme Court of Montenegro has overturned the previous ruling of extradition of Do Kwon, co-founder Terraform Labs, to South Korea. This decision reported on March 23rd, 2023, amid ongoing legal battles involving Terraform Labs, including a trial with the SEC over allegations of fraud. Now, what I think is going to happen is he's going to end up in the United States for the simple fact that the power of what this guilty verdict has now introduced is huge. And I just really think he's going to be going to the United States. As much as some people don't think this is going to happen, I definitely think it's going to happen. So let's now talk about TFL's future a little bit and say to ourselves, well, if they've been given a guilty verdict, if they've been proven that they were at fault, they caused the collapse, they were irresponsible, they acted recklessly, they're now responsible for, I think it's around $300 billion in total losses in crypto. Anybody who was involved with the crash, UST or Luna, now has the right to open a claim against TFL. So it's not going to be long before I think they just declare bankruptcy. I'm not talking a Chapter 11, I'm talking overall as a whole. So what I think is really interesting, and this is something that everybody needs to understand, is there's going to be a huge scramble to more or less control the Luna chain. And we can see here in this screenshot, we've got different people kind of discussing. So we've got one guy saying it might even be that we won't see some devs anymore because they can't work on crypto because of this outcome. Why not? They can work. And even if they don't, why can't we have new ones? Another guy saying exactly, we still got lots in the community treasury so we can hire and pay devs. Just need a proposal and voting first. What's the problem for Luna 2.0? Ha ha. He chuckles softly. They have no idea what is about to begin to happen. And what they don't understand is Nobody's going to be in the same boat. And what this blockchain, being Luna, is now probably going to go through is a huge civil war, a huge internal war, as to which many people will try to become TFL. And if they can't become TFL, they're going to look as to what they can privatize. For example, the likelihood is TFL, if they do shut down, they claim bankruptcy, they'll pass the station assets V3 thus far to the community, and that would be that. As to which that's going to leave a huge gap in the market. We've already seen Hexagon, as soon as this has all happened, they're straight on Twitter, they're explaining to you, oh, you've got this wallet infrastructure, this, that, and the other, and it's like, we literally, because the chain needed it, whipped it up in 2 weeks cost-free. It didn't cost us anything. We're not charging you anything. And it's just funny to see how that all panned out to where we are now. But this really lends credence, doesn't it, to the fact that lots of people are going to try to privatize on what is going to be removed if it does end up walking down that route. And I just don't see it taking any other route for Luna other than TFL having to step back and not be involved in this anymore. And what will happen is Luna will just become a community owned chain, and it will be in the exact same boat as Luna Classic. Now, in that message, they explained that they've got a good community treasury. It's not that big. If you do the comparison with our Oracle rewards pool, our community pool, we're leagues ahead of these people. If it comes down to a pissing match, so to speak, to bastardize things there a little bit, if it comes down bite to crunch, who can outlast who, we can outlast the Luna chain by a long shot, just because of the Oracle rewards pool. Now, what I think is going to happen is, as the chaos starts to kick in, as people start to lose control over there, as things start to become very uncertain, I think we're going to start to see people jumping back to Luna Classic, just because of the specific fact that a lot of these top greedy validators are already top greedy validators on the Luna Classic network. The tech is identical, and it's something that they were readily using before all of this. And once again, our blockchain isn't the one that was created in a situation where it didn't need to be created. So if anything, we're the surviving chain. And I think we've got a lot of potential. I think we hold a lot of leverage in this situation. I'd say we are the captains, because of a simple fact that the community's far bigger here. Far bigger. I could go on for quite a considerable amount of time and weigh out all of the different kind of pros and cons as to why Luna Classic's better. But what people need to understand is just how bullish this is for our blockchain. But at the same time, what everybody needs to understand is as this process starts to begin, right, as the chaos starts to kind of envelop the Luna blockchain, you're going to start to see negativity. And once again, we're going to reach a fork in the road where we need to say to ourselves, we're going to have to disconnect from all of this kind of just BS, negativity, and getting tarnished with the same brush, because we shouldn't be tarnished with the same brush, if that makes sense, because we're not responsible for the crash. If anything, we're the people who are trying to fix what they broke, what they threw on the floor, left in loads of little pieces, and we came in and picked it up at the beginning of that crash. Now, what I'm hopeful for, and as horrible as this sounds, is that the Luna chain in itself collapses. And I know that's horrible. I'm sorry if you're part of it and you sold all of your LUNC, you sold all of your UST. It's just what I think should have happened originally. I don't believe Phoenix 1 should ever have been created. I believed you could have saved the original blockchain and you could have put the time, energy, and effort into doing that. Now, with DK, I definitely think he's going to the United States. There's going to be so many people, and the likelihood is there's solicitors, lawyers, whatever you want to call them, in whatever countries, they've now got grounds, okay, grounds to open a legal dispute, okay, to get claimants' money back. So in the United Kingdom, we've gone through many processes of crash for cash claims, clipping for cash claims, whiplash claims, PPI claims, PPJ claims, all of those sort of things that have gone underlying, right? This can all go down to a no-win, no-fee situation. So I just think the chaos, the wave that's coming for Luna is going to be so huge. I don't think it's going to be able to survive, if that makes sense. So this is going to leave Luna Classic, I think, in a very, very interesting situation. And I think what's even more important right now is that guilty verdict has come in. It's been out. It's public knowledge. A lot of people know. And the charts haven't even reacted. We haven't gone up. We haven't gone down. Nothing drastic has happened. So overall, I think we should take this as a win. I think we should walk away from this today. Go touch some grass. Get your faces in the sun wherever you are. And just think to yourselves, this could have been way, way, way worse. We could see a hit on Monday when a lot of people start coming back into crypto from their weekend breaks. But at the same time, we would have seen that huge, substantial initial hit. So once again, guys, to summarize this down and throw it into a few bullet points here at the end after talking for a fair amount, because this is a bit longer than I normally like to, but neither blockchain is going to just shut down. It's not going to happen. Like I was explaining at the beginning, it all comes down to validators, active set, and the energy and effort put into the chain. What everybody needs to now remember is, if TFL are to not continue developing the Luna chain, they're in the exact same boat as us. And we can already see they're starting to kind of question things and wanting to hire a new development team. And we all know how this goes. We are plagued with development teams that are good at the work that they do, but they're not visionaries. They don't believe in the chain. They don't believe in the tech. They're just here to get the job done and get a paycheck at the end of it. And it could be them who are in that boat. So I think it's going to be really funny watching this from our side of the fence through the looking glass and just kind of watching the chaos take fold. And I think we can benefit from this. I think it's going to be a bit of a breather for everybody, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So let me know what you guys are aping into. Let me know what meme coins you're into. I'm going to be doing one more video today, and it's going to be on the current situation with the Solana kind of network glitch with the transactions, how many of them are going through, how many of them are not going through, and how this is affecting the market. So do keep an eye out for that later on today if that's something that you're interested in. Other than that, guys, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.